For years, the old Pine Hill Cemetery, located in Claiborne Parish, Louisiana, has been neglected. Time and nature have overshadowed what was. This patch of land, just under an acre, is the final resting place for African Americans that died during the latter years of slavery to the early 20th century. Now there's a beacon of hope. The Black Pearls of Genealogy, a nonprofit organization dedicated in honoring these forgotten cemeteries, has launched an initiative to place memorial markers at 5 cemeteries throughout the country, of which the Old Pine Hill Cemetery was one that was selected. The history of the Old Pine Hill Cemetery is but one thread in the fabric of American history. My name is Lyle Gibson, and I am a Reed-Atkins descendant, and I want to thank everyone for attending today as we dedicate this memorial marker donated by the Black Pearls of Genealogy. Their president is David Anthony Taylor. And once again, just thank you all for coming out today. The story goes, the Atkins family left Georgia in 1852 and headed for Texas. They brought with them a family of enslaved people, to include a woman named Mariah, and her children, to include one of her sons, Elijah, who was also an Atkins. The slave owner Piety Sansing-Adkins purchased government land in 1859. A portion of the land was used as a cemetery to bury enslaved people. After the Civil War, the cemetery was used as a community cemetery for African American people. There are a few markers left which still represent the final resting place for many of those buried here. But we do know that the final resting place for Amanda Reed is placed or in front of this marker that is placed today. Today we honor those that are buried in this place by placing this memorial marker. There are many people to thank, and they include Janelle Brown and William Maddox for being the boots on the ground to get this project going. I'd also like to thank Jerry Gallagher, who was an Atkins descendant that took photos of the markers she could find and placed them on a public website called Find a Grave. Last but not least, Glenn Hollis, an Atkins descendant who was the owner of this land that has graciously allowed us to preserve this hallowed ground. It is my hope that members of the community, the parish, and the state of Louisiana will help us in this endeavor to preserve and maintain this old Pine Hill Cemetery. Thank you.